Sound of a creaking door followed by a faint, eerie whisper, you know. The scariest haunted house isn't the one in the movies, with chains rattling and ghosts jumping out at you. No, the scariest one is the one that looks perfectly normal, like the old Victorian on Maple Street. For years, it was just empty. Kids dared each other to touch the front door, but that was it. Then, a young family moved in. The Millers. They were so excited, painting the shutters, planting flowers. They looked so happy for a while. Then, little things started happening. Toys moving on their own. The little girl, Lily, started talking to an imaginary friend she called Mr. Wiggles, who lived in the walls. Her parents laughed it off. Kids have active imaginations, right? But then, the laughter stopped. One night, they heard Lily screaming. They ran to her room, and she was pointing at the closet, her face pale with terror. Mr. Wiggles doesn't want to play anymore, she sobbed. He wants us to leave. They tried to ignore it, but the house didn't let them. Doors would slam shut. Cold spots would drift through rooms like insane fog. They'd hear whispers coming from empty hallways, a sound like dry leaves skittering across pavement. The final straw. They found deep, long scratches on the inside of Lily's closet door, from the bottom all the way to the top. They left in the middle of the night, with nothing but the clothes on their backs. The house on Maple Street is empty again now. The flowers they planted have all withered, and sometimes, if you walk by late at night, you can almost hear a faint, childish whisper coming from an upstairs window, asking if you want to come play.
Chuckle, you think your teacher hates you? Let me tell you about Mrs. Davison. She didn't just hate me. She wanted me behind bars. It was the last day of school before Christmas break. The final bell rings, and I'm out of there. Right, wrong. As I'm walking out, the principal and a police officer stop me. My heart just drops. They take me to the office. And who's sitting there, looking smug? Mrs. Davison. She claims she saw me, with her own 2 eyes, stealing the charity money we'd been collecting. The donation box from her desk, gone. And I was the last one in her classroom. The officer starts asking me questions. You know, where were you? Did you see anything? I'm 16. I'm terrified. I'm crying, swearing I didn't do it. But it's my word against a teacher's. They search my bag, my locker, nothing. I'm practically begging at this point. Just as the officer is about to take me down to the station, the school janitor walks in. He's holding the donation box. He says, "Sorry, Mrs. D. You told me to put this in the main office safe for the holidays. You must have forgotten." The look on her face. Oh, it was priceless. She tried to get me arrested for Christmas, and she failed spectacularly. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she hated me.
Have you ever felt that invisible pressure? That constant feeling that you're being watched, being judged? For me, that feeling has a name. I call it the big dog. It's not a real dog, obviously. It's this metaphor for the immense, crushing weight of expectation. The expectation to succeed, to be perfect, to never mess up. It's the big dog that chases you in your dreams, the one whose bark is the voice in your head saying, "You're not good enough. You're going to fail." For years, I ran from it. I'd work late. I'd over-prepare. I'd do anything to stay one step ahead, terrified of it catching me. But the faster I ran, the louder the barking got. I was exhausted, constantly looking over my shoulder, living in fear. Then, one day, I just stopped. I was too tired to run anymore. I turned around, braced myself, and just faced it, and in the silence, I realized something. The big dog wasn't there to tear me apart. It was just a shadow, a manifestation of my own fear. It was my own drive, my own ambition, just distorted. So now, we walk together. It still barks sometimes, but it's not chasing me. It's walking beside me, reminding me what I'm capable of. And I've learned that maybe the goal isn't to outrun the big dog, but to learn how to walk with it. I was 16, and Mrs. Davis, my history teacher, was a legend, not the cool kind. The kind who'd assign weekend homework on the last day of school. So one day, a few of us decide to pull a classic senior prank. We're talking toilet papering her entire front yard. We thought we were ninjas, silent and swift under the moonlight. We finished our masterpiece, high-fiving in the shadows, ready to bolt. Suddenly, floodlights blind us. To police cars, sirens blaring, screeched to a halt, boxing us in. My heart just dropped. We were busted. As the officers are putting us in the back of the car, I look up at the porch light, and there she is, Mrs. Davis, standing there, phone in her hand, with this smirk. It wasn't angry. It was almost proud. We get taken to the station. Parents are called. The whole nightmare. The next Monday, I walk into history class, head down, ready for the ultimate humiliation. She stops the lesson and just looks at me. Then she says, Operation Barbarossa, a surprise attack. Bold, but poorly planned. You fail to account for your enemy's surveillance capabilities. The whole class is confused, but I knew she wasn't just my teacher anymore. She was my arch nemesis. And honestly, I respected her for it.